Hi everyone, welcome to LIS 2600. My name is Jessica Benner and I'm going to be your instructor for the term, and I welcome you to the course. Today, I'm going to go over the syllabus and the schedule and introduce you to the course website and the first learning module. Let's start with the syllabus. Hopefully all of you have had a chance to look over the syllabus at this point, so I'm just going to cover a few key items. First, the purpose of the course is to introduce you to information technologies that are relevant to libraries and archives. The course includes 2 semester-long assignments, one designed to foster the skills of professional troubleshooting and web authoring, and the second one to foster knowledge about different technologies and to help you think critically about technology by comparing and contrasting pairs of technologies. The course is designed in a series of modules. Each one will last several weeks. Within each module, each week is broken out into a separate section. In designing the course, I have several learning objectives that I hope that you will be able to do once the course is over. First, and most importantly, I want you to be able to troubleshoot technology with confidence. Second, I want you to be able to think and write critically about different types of technology relevant to your future careers. Third, I would like you to be able to use your knowledge to recommend specific technologies to an institution that's relevant and important to you, or one that you're currently working in. Fourth, I would like you to be able to build a website, first of all, but also be able to build an accessible website for all people to be able to interact with that site. Fifth, I would like you to be able to recognize different technologies and articulate how they can be used in different information settings. And this is related to being able to think critically about technology. And finally, I would like you to be able to identify resources for ongoing professional development in IT. Because information technologies change so rapidly, it's more important for you to be able to find resources in the future as you continue to engage with technology in your new career. In the class, we do not have a designated textbook. Within the learning modules, I've provided links to the readings that I would like you to do each week. I have also made a concerted effort to minimize the number of readings and make sure that they're relevant to the material for that week. At most, you'll have 3 readings, sometimes just 2. So please take time and actually read those materials. I'll also be leveraging other types of materials such as videos via YouTube. Hopefully, if you haven't already, you'll go subscribe to the YouTube channel where I will make videos available every week. And these are part of the assigned materials to interact with every week during the course. For the actual class each week, there will be one class session each week. It will happen asynchronously, where you, the student, will interact with the materials, read the readings, watch the videos, and do the activities that I suggest in the learning module descriptions. The materials for each week's lesson will be made available on Tuesday of each week, and all of the assigned tasks will be due on a Tuesday by noon. It's important for me to note right now that you will have an assignment nearly every week that's going to be due. So you need to pay attention and keep up with the content of the course. Another important aspect of the course is for you to have different pieces of software and accounts with different services in order to engage with the information technologies that are relevant. The first account that is important is your university account. You've already established this account, but you will be using a special server available made available by the university to store your files for the website that I'm going to ask you to build. There will be more information in detail about how you will go about doing that, but you will need to use your university account to access this server and share different files. Other accounts that you'll need are an account on Omeka.net. Omeka is a digital repository software, and accounts for EndNote Web, Mendeley, and Zotero, which are citation management software, and Google. It is important that you obtain web authoring software right now, if you don't already have some, and that you're using a current web browser, such as Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. I recommend that you use a smart editor for your web authoring. For Mac users, this is Text Wrangler, and for Windows users, this is Notepad++. The second thing you will need is an FTP client. For Windows users, you can download WinSCP, and for Mac users, you can download Fetch. Both of these two FTP clients are available through this university software downloads. Both of the text editors, Notepad++ and Text Wrangler, are available from the respective companies or organizations that develop them. The purpose of the Smart Text Editor, either Notepad++ or Text Wrangler, is for you to be able to type in your HTML and CSS code to build the website. The point of the FTP client, such as WinSCP or Fetch, is for you to be able to access that remote server. For example, the university server here, and share your files that you've created that are relevant to your website. I would also like you to use Google Drive to submit your assignments. You should create a folder on your Google Drive and share the folder with me. I've provided my Gmail address here. I've also included a link to a video that demonstrates how to create the shared folder if you have not done that before. I am placing a lot of emphasis on troubleshooting during this course. So I encourage you to leverage all of the technical support that's available to you. The first example is CSSD and their help desk. They can help you with any problem relating to accessing the university's network, Wi-Fi, or general problems with operating systems. They may also be able to help you with software that they provide access to on their site. Issues and questions that relate to non-PIT applications and systems, for example, when you use Omeka, may be addressed by contacting the technical support or forums offered by that institution. Lastly, you should leverage the other students collaborating in the course and collaborating on the troubleshooting journal as a resource if you encounter errors in using the information technologies during the course. If you cannot find a resolution using at least several of these options, you should email me. But please, please leverage the resources that are available to you first. This is an asynchronous course. However, you will have an opportunity to chat synchronously with me 4 times during the term, during week 3, week 5, week 11, and week 13. Details regarding the day and time will be confirmed later. The sessions will occur in CourseWeb under the heading Collaboration. The next important item are the assessments or assignments that I've designed for the course. There will be 5 ways you will be assessed in the course: through journal entries, quizzes, creating a website, writing essays, and developing a technology implementation plan. The table in the syllabus highlights the number of points for each assessment, the number of each of those assessments, and the total points for the assessment. For example, you will be responsible for contributing 6 journal entries to the Collaborative Troubleshooting blog on WordPress. Each of these is worth 4 points, so the total points for this assessment is 24. There is a total of 100 points available for the course. Please try to submit your work on time. If you submit late work without first contacting the instructor, the late work is subject to a 10% reduction in value for every 1 day that it is late. Please email me and arrange for a later due date if you know that you will not be able to submit the assignment on time. Finally, if you have a disability for which you may be requesting an accommodation, please contact me and the Office of Disability Resources and Services at the university as early as possible. The second item that I want to discuss is the course schedule. This is the schedule for the term. It includes a table with 5 columns. In the first column, the title of the module is given along with the date range for each week, and the number of the week is in the second column. The third column provides the topics that will be under discussion during that week. The fourth column shows which assessments are being assigned that week. And finally, the last column shows which assessments are due that week. For example, this week, we are beginning the first module, which is on basic behaviors and concepts. It's week 1 of the course. The topics are troubleshooting, problem solving, critical thinking, and academic writing. You're being assigned the scenario selection, which relates to the technology implementation plan, and you have nothing due because this is the first week of the course. Otherwise, as I mentioned when we discussed the syllabus, you will have 1 assessment assigned, and at least 1 assessment assigned, and at least 1 assessment due every week throughout the course. Under the heading Collaboration is where you will find the synchronous chats that I mentioned when I discussed the syllabus. Okay, now that I've introduced the syllabus and the schedule, let's look at the learning modules. There are 5 learning modules. We are beginning with the introductory module, which is on basic behaviors and concepts. The objective of this module is to help you become familiar with problem solving, troubleshooting, and critical thinking related to information technology, and also introduce you to software applications that you will need to create your frequently asked questions website. The problem solving and troubleshooting that I'm introducing this week directly relates to the troubleshooting journal assessment, and the critical thinking introduced this week directly relates to the series of essays in the technology plan. Each module will cover several weeks of the course, and the activities within each module are structured by week. And under each week, you will find more details, including a set of objectives, the readings, activities, and assessments for that week. I will cover all the assessments in a moment, but I just want to highlight week 1, week 2, week 3. So for this week, it's week 1. The objectives will be listed. For example, this week, you should be able to discuss why problem solving is important in IT and understand critical thinking as it relates to technology. I have assigned 2 readings, one about adult learners and technology, and the second one is about critical thinking. For activities, I would like you to go to the following YouTube channel and view the materials under the heading of Week 1. Here's the YouTube channel and the videos for Week 1. As you can see, there's a video with more information about critical thinking, an introduction to digital literacy, an example of older adults tackling technophobia, and a very nice video with 10 basic computer troubleshooting techniques. Each week, I estimate there will be about 1 hour of video to watch. Next, I would like you to create an account on WordPress and make an introductory post to the Collaborative Troubleshooting Journal. I would like this post to include your name, your specialization in the program, and your comfort level with technology. Finally, please create an account on Google and share a folder on Google Drive with me based on what we discussed in the syllabus. Lastly, you've been assigned the scenario selection, which is part of the technology plan assessment document. So this is an example of the content within 1 week's module. Now I will take a minute to discuss each of the assessments for the course. The first assessment is a series of quizzes. You will have 5 quizzes. They will all be during the beginning of the term. You will answer up to 5 questions related to the content of the current week. So the quizzes will only contain content for the week in which they are assigned. The second assessment is the Troubleshooting Journal. This is a collaborative journal where you will complete 6 journal entries that relate to troubleshooting, how you troubleshoot, your thinking about troubleshooting, the experiences that you are having troubleshooting technology in the course. Troubleshooting is a form of problem solving, and in this course, it is related to the use of different technologies, such as software, hardware, and other devices. I have often heard from students that they experience anxiety when technology is not working or they don't understand exactly how a technology works. The video I provide in week 1 about troubleshooting will give you 10 tips to help you build your troubleshooting knowledge and behavior and mindset. The next assessment is the Frequently Asked Questions website assessment. In this assessment, I am asking you to create a website that includes a set of frequently asked questions related to the troubleshooting journal entries that you submitted to the collaborative journal. You may also use content submitted by your peers. This assessment will have 3 phases. First, early in the term, you'll implement the infrastructure for the site and design the content for the site. Second, during the second phase, over a series of several weeks, you will add entries to the frequently asked questions site and redesign the site based on your current knowledge and thinking. So, adding an entry and redesigning are steps that will occur together, and you will do them 4 times. Finally, once you've built the infrastructure of the site and you've added the content, the frequently asked questions and their answers, then you will polish and proof your site and add a few additional features that are discussed in the detailed description of the assignment. The goal of the frequently asked questions website, in my view, is it allows you to build a website that has professional value, and it allows you to demonstrate both your abilities in web design and your ability to troubleshoot and think about technology. The next assessment is a series of compare and contrast essays. I will ask you to write 4 essays related to different technologies that we'll discuss in the course. These essays should be used as the basis for the technology plan. Finally, the technology plan is designed according to a scenario of your choosing. You should think about an institution that you want to work in or you are already working in and design your technology plan for that institution. This will make the project both interesting for you, relevant for you, and useful for you later in a job interview, or useful for the organization in which you're already working. What I'm asking you to do this coming week is to create this scenario. Later, you will use the content from your compare and contrast essays to build other elements of the technology plan. Later in the term, you will design a draft plan, and then you will revise it in a final version. That was a brief overview of each of the assessments. For more details on each assessment, if you click on the link, a more detailed description of that assessment is provided in PDF form. So welcome to the LIS 2600 course. I look forward to working with you during the term and getting to know each of you as the course progresses.